Hello everyone and welcome to part 3, the finale of our 3-part Yerdigginit interview with metal detectorist and author Terry Shannon. If you missed parts 1 and 2, I highly encourage you to go back as Terry gave us a tour of his collection of metal detecting finds and the stories to go along with a lot of those finds. Thanks for joining in the meantime, enjoy this final installment.
I said earlier that I was a snowbird and I detect the rivers and the lakes up in Minnesota. And I got into a friend of mine, they call them the Minnesota Beach Boys. And they were sponsored by Deus, metal detectors. And they got into this copper. You know, back in the Bronze Age over in Europe, they didn't have enough copper to make the bronze. And there was a tribe of Indians called the Minoans, and they were seafaring people, and they harvested a lot of copper off Isle Royal, and this copper was pure enough that you could actually pound it into shape. And you know, we went up there, and this stuff dates back to probably 5,000 years before Christ. Okay, this here is a bird point, and it's just pounded into shape. And it's actually a bird point or an arrowhead, and look at how crude that is. And this one, there again, I showed the archaeologists. A lot of them are very nice. You know, this is one of the early ones that's a very crude, but you can see where they pounded the copper. And this is a...
So it's not refined at all? It's
no, not at all. And this is a fishing spear point. And if you can look at it close, you can see where this is pounded into shape. Now, this one, I'm not sure. This could be actually from the trading post days, you know, the fur trading. Yeah, because they call it like kettle copper. When
we find some of that up where we live.
Yeah, so I'm not sure, but this was found back, you know, in one of the trading posts. And this is a jingle. That's one of the things that I think they call it a jingle that the native gals wore on their dresses, as they tell it. And this is the only one I've ever seen of this. It's an arrowhead, copper arrowhead, and
wow,
you know. That is so neat. I mean, this is older than I am.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
those are very nice.
So here's another interesting artifact that I found is a sounding weight. And I think that, you know, I cleaned it up, of course, because most of the time on these sounding weights, they'll have a name on it so you can identify which ship it come off. This one doesn't, but it also doesn't have a hole in the top. So I think, you know, that it just wasn't finished. But on the bottom, you know, there's a little depression in here, and they put tallow in that. And when you drop these down, you know, the tallow will pick up whatever on the bottom. If it's sandy, you've got a sandy bottom, it's full of shells. Or if it comes up clean, you know it's a rocky bottom in that. And what's interesting, they use these on the Mississippi River, you know, and they had a different terminology. Rather than 5 fathoms, I think they had for 5 was the word was twain. And the guy was up there, and the captain of the boat was listening to him, and he's throwing this thing out, and he said, by the Mark Twain. And the captain thought that's kind of a neat name, and he was an author, and he took the name Mark Twain. And if you look it up in the dictionary, this is not a fairy tale, it's actually, you know, a story. He took his name from one of these sounding weights by the Mark.
And you found that on the beach out here?
I found that on the beach. I found it in the same place that I found the gold pendant. And here's some ballast stones. These actually come off a wreck right on the bottom, but these are ballast stones. And I got some more, about a month ago, I got into a spot where we were finding ballast stones. And I got some ballast stones laying out in the yard out here that I picked up. And
how about this conglomerate here?
Oh, okay. You find a lot of conglomerates. I got, here's another bag of conglomerates that I'm going to, one of these days, get around to working on to see what's in there.
So what is a conglomerate? Explain what that is.
A conglomerate is actually, it just builds up with this coquina. It's crushed shells and that stuff. And like these here, this is a 50.
So it's a metal, the detector picks it up. And
yeah, it picks it up. It's a metal inside of it, you know, but it's all encrusted. And like this is a 50 caliber bullet from World War II. And I got a bunch of them, you know, that they, you know, you can see, you know, you find them. They used to practice them on the coast. But I found this conglomerate. And I don't know if this is a Civil War plate or not. It's got an A on there. And you know, but it's just such a neat thing that I decided not to clean it. I actually dipped it in wax, and I made the mistake of just dipping it in, you know, you take paraffin, put it in the water and boil it, and I should have left it down in there until this heated up because the wax is a little too thick. But it's got the belt buckle, it's got a dead weight, a couple dead weights here, it's got a fishing weight here, And who else knows what's in there? I can always open it up, find it out. But I just thought it was such a neat piece that I just didn't clean it up. You know.
I think I'd have to clean it up.
Well, I tell you, sometimes you're disappointed. Like here's a conglomerate of coins that are all stuck together. Two of my Jerry Pope and Dwayne and I got into these things, and I found all these coins coming off this shipwreck.
Are they silver?
There's some silver in there. I don't think they're all in here. But anyway, we were all excited. We're digging, and most of the coins were fused together. You get, you know, this was, and I mean, talk about, we had the beach all to ourselves. Weather was bad, and we're just, you know, I recovered, I think, 40 or 50 coins that day, you know. And if I look through here, like here, you know, here's some of the bigger ones, but if I page through them, there's more in here that are stuck together, you know. And so this is off a shipwreck. I mean, we're talking. Went home, cleaned them up, and they're dated 1960 to 1970. They're Australian coins from Australia. Now, why? What's the story there? I mean, almost all the coins we found in there were Australian. There was a couple of Mexicans, and 1960 and 1970. I mean, you know, really high, and all of a sudden, you know.
I put that one conglomerate in the bag.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
You know, but that was kind of different. Here's a bunch of well, there's coins in there too. I got a bunch of silver coins, and these are ship spikes that I found this year. You know, there's quite a few of them in here.
You found these all this year?
Yeah, oh yeah, these aren't all of them, but you know, I found quite a bit of silver this year. You know, and
Yeah, show them how the silver, this is what happens when the silver's in the salt water. There's like hardly anything. This is a dime. There's hardly anything left on that.
when you get a coin, you know, and it's been down there a while, they usually come up with a really,
That's a quarter.
yeah, that's a quarter. They come up, this is what they look like. But the silver coins will be gray.
Do they
Gray.
still ring up like would this ring up like a silver quarter
it
even
will.
though it's so
Yep.
thin?
Yep, it still will. And, oh, this is kind of interesting. This coin here, I didn't know it, but I found this coin. And can you see the date on there? I forgot what date it was. It's early 1800s, or early late 1900s or late 1800s.
It's a Canadian.
No, it's a British halfpenny.
Oh, British. Okay.
I called you to it when you
Oh,
identified
I'm the one. Put my glasses on.
what happened is they have a lot
Oh
of,
yeah, right. I remember that. Yeah.
yeah, they have a lot of shipwrecks along the coast here.
We find these up north all the
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
And what they did is they put houses of rescue every so many miles. They had, and they put a family guy in there, and upstairs in the attic there'd be enough bunks for 20 people and enough food and medicine to deal with 20 people. And their job was just to look for shipwreck survivors. You know, when their job when we had a big storm, they would walk the beaches looking for survivors. And I never knew about it. I found this coin. That's how I come upon it.
Well, my pile of stuff I found this year is terrible compared to this. It's a little humbling.
Yeah. Well, that's just, that's not all.
Now you're really putting it to me. That's
No,
not
I
all.
didn't mean to. I tell you, I'm shorter than you. That means I'm closer to the ground. See, so I can see things better. And I'm retired, so I can be out there every day.
Well, I'm retired too, but it doesn't seem to help me out any. No, that's amazing. And a lot of this was from the hurricane that came through. And,
Right.
And for my defense, I wasn't down here when that came through. I missed it by a few days. So.
But I have went with you, detecting. I took you to a really good spot, and you waxed my butt. I mean, you come out of there with a honker of a diamond ring and a beautiful bronze ship spike, and I think I got a small piece of a ship spike.
That was last year.
And a couple of rings, but were nothing compared to what you
Yeah,
found.
that was. I showed that to the guys. I had that made into a pendant for my wife. Right.
So, it's a wonderful hobby, no question about it.
These are just a portion of some of the coins Terry found. I'm just going to show you real quick here because there's just so many. And it's incredible. I mean, there's half cents, there's large cents. There's tokens. He had found a lot of tokens. Big collection of tokens. It's just incredible, all the coins. These are all tokens here. It's amazing. book after book, and then this is only a small portion of them.
Well, I want to thank you, Terry, for spending the time with me today, and it was really great. I love seeing your stuff, and I know you got another book coming out, right?
Yeah, I got it. It would be my 5th book. It's the Metal Detecting: A Beginner's Guide, and I'm real proud of it. I think it's
nice.
going to go
Good book.
well. You know, and I thank you. You're a big part of this book being a good book. When I went to high school, I met my wife right during English class, and I missed most of the English things. So I need friends like Jim to help me put this stuff together.
Small part.
But anyway, folks, you know, thank you for allowing me to come into your home and talk to you. And it's a wonderful, wonderful hobby. It really is. And we are so blessed. And the big hobby, and the big benefit, or the big treasure that you're finding out there is actually the health benefits. I'm 81 years old, no medication whatsoever. And it's because I'm out there swinging that detector. And the amount of friends that I've made and the people that I've met and things that I've been able to do because of that metal detector is just wonderful. Right now I'm swinging the AS2. I was really big for many years on the Equinox. I had both the 800 and the 600. I've had an AT Pro ever since they come out. I think I'm on my 4th one. I use that up in the river out there. And at the beginning on the Treasure Coast, I used the old Minelab Sovereign. And in fact, when they phased them out, I think I got 4 or 5 of them. I just bought some used ones to have them in case I ever needed them. I can go back to them. So that's my arsenal.
So you're in the Deus right now.
I'm into the Deus. I'm very happy with it. Yeah.
Good. All right. Well, thanks, guys.
You know,
Thanks, Terry.
Take care.
Thanks, guys. Awesome interview. Depicted here now is the 14-karat gold ring that Jim dug last year, and to the right of it is the pendant that he had made for his wife out of that ring. Came out beautiful. And I just want to report that since this interview, Terry and Jim have been hitting the beaches, and they both dug reals. Jim dug this beautiful 8 real. It's expected to clean up real nice. Shown here, still encrusted, but he is going to have it preserved, cleaned, and put into a bezel, much like the one Terry's wearing. And Terry, wearing his lucky Yerdigginit hat, hit the beaches and found a nice 4 real. You're going to see here an overlay of the encrusted version turned clean. That's quite remarkable. And now I got a quick little video that Jim and Terry caught on the beach of a strange comical thing they ran into while out detecting. And then we're going to get into the announcing of the giveaway winners. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Well, Paradise Beach in Melbourne, Florida. That is the way to do it. Well, Terry, what do you think of that?
I think he's got the right idea.
Okay, time to pick a winner for the giveaway that was announced in the part 1 of this 3-part interview series. All they had to do is leave a comment on that video to be entered. And the first winner is going to receive Terry Shannon's book, Detecting the Treasure Coast. It's a signed copy. An Ultimate Finds box to keep your finds in. You got 3 silver coins, a 1944 Washington, a 1945 war nickel, and a 1940 Mercury dime, and a Buffalo nickel, a treasure hunter patch, and a Yerdigginit sticker. That will be the first name drawn. We're going to use the YouTube random comment picker. And the second name up is going to win Terry's latest book that's hot off the press, Metal Detecting: A Beginner's Guide. It's also a signed copy. Another Ultimate Finds box. A 1936 Washington, a 1944 Merc, a 1953 Rosie, an 1892 Indian Cent, a Yerdigginit sticker, and a replica of a Spanish coin. Not the real deal, but just a replica. That will be the second name picked. So I have it all set up here. We have the YouTube comment picker, filtered out duplicate users, remove winners from the list after the drawing, so we'll only have one winner. No one person's going to win both prizes. And I already got the comments in so there was 38 unique comments, and I just have to start. Let's see, this is going to be for the first prize. Oh, and that's Scott Friedman. Congratulations, Scott. He's a local Syracuse boy that I've actually detected with quite a bit recently. And he said, fantastic video, Brian. So I'm sure he'll really enjoy that prize, and well deserved. And now we'll pick another winner for the second prize pack. Let's see. Good luck, everyone. Boom. Oh, I have to hit start again, I guess. Start. And it's Delaware County Diggers. And that's Jason. I've detected with him before as well. He says he hasn't won a giveaway in a real long time. LOL. Well, he won now. Congrats, Jason. You guys, well, I can probably deliver Scott's to him in person, but Jason, send me your address and we'll get this out in the mail. Congrats, everyone. Thanks for watching. This was a fun series, and I thank Terry and Jim again for doing this interview. I thought it was very interesting, and hope you all enjoyed. I am now a Kelly Co affiliate. Please use the link in the description of this video to shop for all your treasure hunting needs. Thank you.